finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. This will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out is going to be their quarterback. That's the grizzled vet, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
I know that speed is the hallmark.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. 20. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. They got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 27.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and a first down conversion. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Ball carrier.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 19 carries, 94 yards, and a score. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
It's number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The kick is good.
Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, nice move. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 32-yard line.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So now the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9.
A shotgun snap to Garoppolo. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
54, come on. Check. Watch 54.
First man through. It's the fullback Juszczyk. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
11.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes him back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They start the drive with Cook. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
25 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. To throw again, Fitzpatrick. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's third down.
Third down and 11.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Quickly to Thielen here. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. But they'll get 10 there. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Pass complete to number 19.
Adam Thielen. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on fourth down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, fourth down, they went for it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got to the end zone.
Just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown.
Without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. And their passing game has certainly been buoyed by some unbelievable catches.
I love that word, because if you're the quarterback, if you're the guy throwing it,
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Nice little nifty play for them there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Fitzpatrick complete. Jefferson the target. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That's now 4th. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked for someone else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And finding Keelan Cole. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Right there. Right there. 54
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At their 48-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Ball carried by
the Vikings and 49ers, you might remember, met in the divisional round of the playoffs a season ago. The Vikings coming in off the overtime win against New Orleans, but the 49ers, they were rested and ready, and they got a couple of touchdown runs from Tevin Coleman, and their defense shut out the Vikings in the second half as that wound up a 27-10 Niner victory. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A gain there of 21 yards. And that is incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. When they have the football, it will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick setting up the screen for Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. To Jefferson on the slant. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. First down. Smith catches left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Jefferson. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Minnesota. From
the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks. But here, he found all of his guys covered. He said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Niners set to take over on offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
And 11 at the 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Garoppolo now. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 18 yards, first down Niners.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. And then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's such an impressive first half to get that lead.
It's now 3rd down and long.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Is good. Makes the score Vikings 28.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
And 6 yards.
From the gun. Fitzpatrick, deep ball for Goodwin, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick. eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Fitzpatrick to throw for it on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Draw play. Here's the fullback. It's Juszczyk. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Here we go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
4 down. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Side field.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's caught by Warner, the tight end. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Right back to Kittle. This time he's got it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shift. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
The pass.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back in the back 7, phenomenal.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is Ayuk, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
Vikings 28, 49ers 20.
So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Rick Zerline set to kick off.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
Here we go.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The throw taken in by Cole. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Gladney. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Vikings
from the gun, Fitzpatrick. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Irv Smith Jr.
Irv Smith Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
For the point after.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. A beautiful spin and room to run. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it. And as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard yards shy of there at the 24. So here are the Vikings to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. And it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
3rd and 2.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's into the hands of Dwelly. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Right there. 54, right there, right there.
On first down, they go with Dixon. Jeff Gladney able to come up and make the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
21. Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. 21.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Gold is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5.
Vikings 35.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes in and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives so they have to keep calling on him.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An important 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. That'll be complete to Cook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's second down.
Jimmy Ward there defensively.
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
At the 3-yard line.
They give it off here to the tight end. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. To me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line.
Number 27. He was brought down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it
looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. It's fielded at the 45. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35. And Owen will be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown. 49ers. Touchdown. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Fitzpatrick to Jefferson on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it's going to be second down. On the carry, it's Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield, and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now it's Patterson. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
Why did they call that on?
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to let it go again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air. I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. There's Garoppolo to throw. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Strip that ball. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers had 6 to their lead. And he had time there. You give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said,
it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.